Welcome to this BusinessTrading.com video module on storytelling and marketing. We're going to cover why stories are vital to your success, especially in marketing. So you're probably asking, storytelling, okay, isn't that a bad thing? But no, it's not. In fact, it's the reason that we purchase things. It's the reasons that we have the beliefs or, quote unquote values that we do. And it's the reason that we continue to do the same things day in and day out. Storytelling may sound like a bad thing, which can often be attributed to the negative connotation that storytelling has in regards to marketing. Consumers don't want to be told a story that sounds like they're being lied to or being played for a fool. The storytelling is very much the opposite. It's the existence of stories is really the only reason products succeed or fail. Your story may have a small fib, one that simply helps to elaborate a story being told. But there is a big difference between telling a story, especially one that consumers already believe, and lying. Think about a product that you feel loyalty for and even share with your social circle. What makes it so great? Is it the quality, the price, the materials, or is it the story that all of those attributes tell? For example, Mac or Nike, these are very well-known brands and brands that people feel loyalty for. Why is that? Is it the story that we tell ourselves that I'm using a Mac, I look more professional, I look like I care more about my computer system, I do more than just use Word on my computer. What does the Mac tell a story about? And why did I fall for that story? Or why did I believe that story? Is it the quality of the computer? Maybe. The quality may be a little bit better. Does it crash? Probably. But do I tell myself that it doesn't crash? Yeah. And, definitely the price can show me that I've really made an investment when I have to pay a minimum of, $1,200 for a computer from Mac. Do I care about the materials they use? Probably not. Do I care about where it was made? No. But it's the story that all of these attributes tell, the price I paid, and everybody knows how much you pay for a Mac because you can look it up online. Everybody knows what a Mac looks like, and everybody has a similar story associated with a Mac when they see one. So, allow me to elaborate for a second. Product attributes don't sell. Consumers don't care if it was made in the US or China. Really basic everyday computers, people don't care what their speed is or what their RAM is as long as it will run and function well. They don't care if it was made with renewable energy, if it meets industry standards, or if it's really the cheapest product available. These things alone don't mean anything. What makes these attributes better and what makes them matter more is how they tie into the customer's worldview. So, most of the stories that we tell ourselves are not concerned with just how the product was made or just how I can recycle it later or, et cetera, et cetera. What I care about is how it makes me feel. If a person is prone to believe a company is out to get them, they will look at every situation with that view. And this is referred to as a worldview. What makes attributes matter is how they tie into my worldview. And a worldview is a lens or a filter that everyone, a customer, myself, will see the world through. Now, if you've taken any psychology classes before, you may have heard the sort of expectancy to be part of the confirmation bias, which is something that everybody does, and it plays a large part into our expectancies and what we expect of people. When we believe something to be true, even if it isn't, it becomes true because we want it to be. So we look for things that help to, quote unquote, prove that it's true, and in turn, it becomes true for us. For example, you may tell yourself, I always get stuck at red lights when I'm late for work. The reality of the situation is that you probably don't hit every red light every time, but running late and expecting to hit every red light, you look out for the times that you do hit a red light and ignore the times that you get through an intersection without hitting one. So the same sort of expectations can be seen in customers buying products. If we expect service to be great and the prices to be fair from the company, however that worldview was created, the service will be great and the prices will be fair because we expect them to. If, on the other hand, we expect service to be horrendous, we will automatically look for any error or confrontation to help to confirm our expected experience. So what does this matter to marketers looking to resonate, connect, and create a relationship with customers? Well, quite a bit, in fact, because worldviews can be used to our advantage as marketers. But first, let's take a look at how consumers' worldviews are built. Oftentimes, they're built through past experiences, the word of mouth that they hear from their peers, friends, family, or even acquaintances, and the advertising, marketing, and PR that they are exposed to. While you have little control over the first two components, being past experiences and word of mouth, you can to some extent control what sort of advertising, marketing, or PR that they see, or at least what you put out. You can help to either shape their worldview, which is somewhat impossible to change if already in place, or you can help to talk to and appease to their worldviews. Now, again, it's very hard to change a worldview, mostly due to the fact that people don't like to be told that they're wrong. It's very hard to accept that we're wrong, and a lot of times, because of stoic nature or feeling a need to impress someone, really recognizing and admitting that we're wrong is not something that we do a lot. You can take advantage, however, of the times where worldviews are already changing on their own. So, for example, situations like entering college or even high school, having children, or getting married, these are all things and these are all events that take place in a life that will alter things like a worldview. So, tell a story that will speak to these changes and that will help buyers to see that, yes, I can buy this product and feel good about the person I'm being. But why do stories matter? They matter because regardless of the story being true or not, if buyers believe them, they're true. Going back to the company or brand that you feel loyal to, think about the story you tell yourself, the story the company has helped you to tell yourself. Do you drive that car because it's practical, affordable, or that it simply gets you from point A to point B? Well, some people may buy a car for those reasons, but most people buy a car because of the story they tell themselves when they drive it, and the story they feel others tell themselves when they see the driver in it. So, I was driving one day and finally realized the reason I had purchased a car well out of my desired price range. I liked this car, not only because I was sold on it by the car salesman, of course, but also because I felt it finally matched my personality, in contrast to the '89 Corolla I had been driving throughout my college years. I bought my new car because it fit in with my worldview, and regardless of the bad press and the safety issues that Toyota had been experiencing, I had liked my old car, knew Toyota to be a reliable company, and thought that the new car I have now says so much more about me in a positive way than my old car ever did. So despite the bad press and negative things floating around about Toyota, I still bought a Toyota. That's powerful storytelling at its best. Toyota helped me to create and tell a story to myself, one that involved their cars being reliable, long-lasting, as my old car was still running at 270,000 miles, and that after graduation and entering the real world, that is, college loan payments and finding a real job, it was indeed a way for me to move forward, as their slogan tells us they're doing every day. So think about it, what stories do you tell yourself on a daily basis? Why do you continue to buy that cup of coffee in the morning? Or why do you choose one brand over another? There's a story usually associated with it, and oftentimes things like Toyota, for example, will help you to tell yourself a story that isn't false, but helps you to ignore negative things like a safety recall. Toyota definitely acted upon it, and I wouldn't have purchased a Toyota had they not been working on the safety recalls. But it's things like their actions and my past experiences with Toyota that help to really create a positive story in my mind. So there's often times where a story can change, but it usually depends on how you change personally. So that sums up our storytelling. Thank you for watching this businesstraining.com video. I hope you've enjoyed it. To learn more about the training and certification programs that we offer, please visit our homepage at businesstraining.com.